G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And after the immense popularity of my last Accord Euro restoration, I've got my hands on another one for your viewing entertainment. By the end of today's video, this rough old Accord will be restored to its former glory, so stay tuned. Unlike most of my rebuilds, this one was a Facebook Marketplace discovery. The seller stated that it was her son's car and he'd just got himself a work ute, so it was just sitting around being unused. The only stated issue was that it had an engine light and a VSA light, and my limited research suggests that's either a symptom of a catastrophic ABS module failure or more likely just a discrepancy between the two throttle position sensors. Add to that a few cosmetic tidy-ups required, and provided I could get it cheap enough, it would make for a fantastic car for someone once all tidied up.
So I hit the road, and after chatting with the owner and inspecting the car, I took it for a drive.
Oh, he's definitely done the intake resonator delete. He's probably watched one of my videos. Yeah. That's really loud induction. Engine seems pretty healthy though. The key is hammered. This is broken. It's missing that. Front bumper's got poor fit. It's weird, eh? It's a facelift because it's 2006, but it's got a pre-facelift bonnet and bumper on it, so it must have had a front end at some point.
After negotiating with the seller, I managed to buy it for just $2,200, and later that day, me, Jack and Campbell went to collect it.
Well, we've collected the Accord. Jack, you've been driving it for the last half an hour or so. What have you deduced needs to be done?
Well, if I put the steering wheel straight, we come off the bridge. Axles are a bit wobbly under load.
They always do that.
And that's honestly about it mechanically.
Are you ready to hit some VTEC?
No, I'm not.
Oh, police car. Yeah, we don't want to do it. Yeah, you should be good now.
Now. Here's the wobble.
Oh yeah, there was a bit of a wobble though. You do really feel the VTEC in first gear though, eh?
You do actually.
So, to recap, mechanically it needs drive shafts, a wheel alignment and warrant of fitness. Cosmetically it needs a new front bumper, dents pulled down the passenger side, a headlight restoration, a couple of trims inside, a new key, maybe a steering wheel, but certainly a massive clean. Annoyingly, this one isn't quite the bargain that the last grey one was. It cost $500 more to buy and is older, high Ks, and is arguably in worse condition. But alas, we'll crack on and give old DKN43 the Kiwi Car Life treatment it deserves.
The first job was to fix the mechanical issues. I gave it to Jack at Honda and he installed some new drive shafts that won't wobble, refinished the headlights, did a wheel alignment and gave it a new warrant of fitness. Fortunately, it was serviced recently and had plenty of registration left, so after his work, that was all the mechanical work that it needed.
Alrighty, just picked up the Accord from Honda. Oh yeah. The power of the K24 was good. Tracked straight after the wheel alignment. The headlights have been fully refurbished, so that's really sharpened up the front end. Once I get the new front bumper on, then it'll be looking great. I was expecting to have to do the axles, which I did, and now it pulls perfectly smoothly, which is great. But unfortunately, the power steering pump was shot, so I had to get that fully refurbished as it was leaking apparently really badly. But the good news is, despite the cost, I can at least be confident that whoever buys it shouldn't have any issues in the near future. And now, even a bone stock 230,000k Accord, it does drive fantastically well.
Once I got it home, I started to tackle some of the cosmetics. I got my dent man in to improve the dents down the passenger side and popped out to Rocky Locks to get a new key made. After a quick trip to pick apart, I had a new spring shut pocket by the ignition barrel that was missing and a new front bumper in at least slightly better condition than the one that it had on it. Installing everything didn't take too long, and now with all the dents pulled, the new bumper on and interior trims installed, it was looking much tidier. I then removed the hideous seat covers to see what condition the seats underneath were in. Fortunately, the covers weren't hiding anything, and now the car was ready to be detailed. I began by scrubbing the outside thoroughly, especially the wheels, which were absolutely covered in brake dust. After a morning's work, the car was clean, and then I set to work polishing out a lot of scratches. If I really wanted it to be perfect, I would have got a whole new door, but as with all these cheap car projects, I guess you just have to get them good enough without going overboard. With the outside complete, I then set to work inside. I pulled out all the mats and thoroughly vacuumed the carpets. Like with the last grey one, these Accords are super easy to clean, with nice high quality fibres that don't hold on to dirt. And then it was time to wipe down all the plastics and windows windows. After a few weeks chipping away, the mighty Accord had a new lease on life with a full interior, exterior and mechanical makeover, all ready to go off to a new home.
Driving the freshly completed 230,000k Accord Euro. These are simply delightful to drive. Beautiful handling, predictable hydraulic steering. Even though the gears are quite long, you can rev match it yourself, and it just pulls. Sure, with a tune, these things really wake up and just become potent little cars to drive, but even stock, into VTEC, they really are just a do-everything car. They're smooth, quiet, comfortable, they got cruise control, but at any moment, drop some gears, hit some VTEC, and it just makes a great noise and is super responsive. I guess what I love about this is it's kind of before the era where cars started to get a bit too electronic. This particular example, unfortunately, is never going to be an immaculate car. Things like the steering wheel, short of just completely replacing it with a better one from bigger part, and a few dents and scratches all over, plus a few curb wheels, you know, that kind of stuff is just not worth it financially to get fixed. But overall, at least now it's clean, it's pretty scratch-free after all the polishing work that I did. The front bumper was definitely the worst part of it. That's definitely been improved with the at least slightly better front bumper that I've got on it now. Mechanically, it's absolutely flawless. For 230,000 k's, the engine pulls really well. I'm at least happy that after the work that I've done, I can be confident that I can sell this on to somebody who's going to both enjoy it, but also not have any problems, at least in the near future. Now be able to enjoy some VTEC. It's just a good car. If you want to see the other Accord Euro restoration video that I did, then click on the link popping up right about now. And I will look forward to seeing you again next time.